NBC Montana Weather Alert Day.
Happening right now, a winter storm slams into western Montana, and we've got you covered from the Flathead.
I'm Marian Davidson, and I have the latest information you need to know about this dangerous storm hitting the Flathead.
To dangerous driving conditions and wind chills, critical information you need to know on this Weather Alert Day.
NBC Montana News at 5 starts right now.
Wild winter-like weather hitting western Montana right now. Here's what it looks like in Missoula, Kalispell, Bozeman, and Butte. Dangerous wind chills, blizzard-like weather, and emergency-only travel on Interstate 90 in Missoula County. And that's why we've marked weather alert days.
Yeah, we've got team coverage across the region.
We start in Missoula, where police caution essential travel only.
Madison Donor is tracking the very latest conditions. Madison.
Thanks, Laurel and Rita. And it is super windy here. I'm live along Southwest Higgins Avenue, where Northwestern Energy reports seeing some outages. Now, if you take a look behind me, you can see traffic is building, and this is because drivers are taking it slow because of the slippery road conditions. Since I've been here along Southwest Higgins Avenue, I've seen one plow come by and drop ice melt along the roads, but I've also seen many cars struggling to stop. Missoula PD urges for essential travel only. Now let's take a look at how long this weather will be sticking around with Chief Meteorologist Mark Haka. Mark?
All right, hello everyone. Unbelievable, even by Montana standards, so early in the season. Here we go. Snow totals are going to be generally 3 to 5 inches across southwest Montana, 2 to 4 inches elsewhere. But one report from our weather observer in Evero, 11 inches north of Missoula at Evero Hill. All of NBC Montana under winter storm warnings, and that is until 9 o'clock in Missoula, Butte, and Kalispell, and winter weather advisories for southwest Montana around Bozeman until 3 a.m. And again, we do have rain, snow out there. Now, keep in mind, it's really centered around the Missoula radar, but it is snowing elsewhere as well. Radar does show it as far north as Polson and south as Hamilton. And a closer look at Missoula, it has tapered off a bit in the Missoula Valley. Earlier, it was quite heavy. And Lolo Pass right now, look at that. Treacherous conditions at the passes. Here is your wind chill forecast for tomorrow morning. Wind chills ranging from 10 to 20 below zero. There is a wind chill advisory beginning tonight at 9 o'clock. Here's a look at Missoula right now. Gusty winds 24 down to 16 at 11. And in Butte right now, 10 with snow. Temperatures dropping to the single digits, record lows expected for the next couple of days. Not only is it a weather alert for snow through the evening, it is for the cold through Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll elaborate on that and have my forecast in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Mark. And treacherous driving conditions from the interstate to back roads. Here's what Bozeman, Rogers, Homestake Pass, and Highway 2 in Essex looks like. The Montana Department of Transportation road conditions map reports slush, snow, and ice covering roads across our state. And we're tracking rapidly changing road conditions online and on social media.
That's right. Our own Shannon McNeil is live in our mobile news unit with a first-hand look at current road conditions. Shannon.
Thanks, Laurel and Maritza. I'm live in our mobile news unit, and this is what roads look like in Missoula, where police say you should only drive if it's essential. This is what we're seeing all over western Montana, though. Conditions are so bad in Granite County near Drummond, officials closed Highway 271. Missoula County has issued an emergency travel warning for I-90 west and eastbound through Missoula County. A stretch of I-90 between Manhattan and Three Forks is closed. We're seeing severe driving road conditions on I-90 from Manhattan to Belgrade and Highway 287 from Virginia City to Ennis. You can go on NBCMontana.com to check out all of those closures. Right before we came out, I checked Montana Highway's patrol incident report, and just today, there's been over 50 slide-offs. Of course, we'll be tracking the weather with our team coverage all night. And if you have to drive tonight, please be careful. Reporting in Missoula, Shannon McNeil, NBC Montana.
Thanks, Shannon, and please be careful out there. And our team coverage continues in the Flathead now.
NBC Montana's Marian Davidson is in Kalispell. And what does it look like where you're standing, Marian?
Good evening, Laurel and Maritza. In downtown Kalispell, it looks and feels a whole lot like winter. Now, I don't remember it being like this last year, but I looked it up to make sure, and I was right. The National Weather Service says it was 48 degrees on October 28th last year. Right now, we're sitting below half that at 23 degrees, and that wind chill is making it feel so much colder. The Montana Department of Transportation is reporting snow and ice scattered across all of the major roads here. Highway 93, the bypass to 206. And then if you head on down to Flathead Lake, 35 is also covered in scattered snow and ice. But if you head over to 93 around Flathead Lake, the Montana Department of Transportation is reporting snow and ice cover from Summers to Elmo. And then if you've been out on the roads today here at all, you know that visibility has been an issue. I was on the bypass earlier, and blowing snow is creating plenty of problems. So if you do have to go out on the road at all tonight, please be careful. Take plenty of time, don't rush, and leave a lot of space between you and the person in front of you. Live in Kalispell, Marion Davidson, NBC Montana.
Thank you, Marion, and thanks to Jason Barker for sending us these photos of Highway 200 east of Great Falls. Take a look. Snowfall broke a 35-year-old record. More than 31 inches of snow recorded in Great Falls in September and October, more than half of what falls during the entire snow season. The previous record, 18.1 inches, set back in 1984, a long time ago. Our team weather coverage continues in southwest Montana with what to expect in our 6 p.m. newscast.
NBC Montana's Orlinda Worthington joins us live. Good evening. Hope you're staying warm, Orlinda.
Oh boy, it's a difficult one down here. We of course have severe driving conditions around this area, also near Ennis on I-90. And then you add another twist to this weather alert day. Cold weather means a warming shelter has to open early again, and that will put a crimp on the budget. Tonight at 6, what you need to know. Plus an update on conditions in Butte. People there are braced against the plunging temperatures as another storm slams into the mining city. And while Butte is used to the cold, this weather's a couple months ahead of schedule, taking us all off balance. We'll have those stories and more coming up in our 6 o'clock newscast. Back to you, Laurel and Maritza.
All right, thanks so much, Orlinda. And we are seeing these winter-like conditions across the region. Here's what it looks like right now in Bozeman, where Orlinda is. Thanks so much to Lucretia Bernardinelli for snapping this and sending it to us. We'd sure love to see all your weather pictures as long as you're safe while taking them. Just send them to NBCMontana.com/chime-in.
And you'll certainly want to make sure you download our NBC Montana news and weather apps to stay on top of these critical weather conditions. The apps are free in your Apple or Android app stores, and that way our severe weather alert team can keep you updated around the clock.
We have heard reports all day. People stuck on Upper Miller Creek, slide-offs on 39th Street, a parking lot. It took my husband an hour to get home from work here earlier this afternoon, so be really careful.
Very dangerous conditions, and we're tracking them minute by minute, and we'll bring you updates on our social media platforms and also at NBCMontana.com.
And if you know of anything, send a tip to us. All right, another headlines tonight. New at 5, one person died in a mobile home fire just outside of St. Regis this morning. Mineral County officials responded to this fire early this morning in High Country Park. They're still trying to figure out what caused the fire. We do not know the victim's name yet.
The first weekend of hunting season is over, and FWP reports an average start. One of the hot spots, the Darby checkpoint, with more than 1,173 elk. And that's the highest since 2011. Hunters checked in Bonner with just 16 elk, the lowest since 2014. Deer hunters also report an average hunt across the region.
I'm James Rosen with a rare public statement by the Attorney General defending the seasoned federal prosecutor who is probing what President Trump likes to call a conspiracy against his campaign by members of the deep state.
Montana concealed carry permits. Not every state recognizes them. So before you travel, NBC Montana is working for you. See which states you can and can't conceal carry with your Montana permit. Tonight at 10.